Hey guys, my name's Caleb Sowell, and I'm from a small town called Luverne, Alabama. And if you've ever traveled on Highway 331, maybe headed south to the beach, more than likely you traveled right through Luverne. That's where my church is located. And I actually live about 10 minutes south of Luverne in a town called Brantley. And it's actually small enough that we only have one red light. So, really small place where I'm from. Um, I'm 23 years old and I'm not married. I come from a family of ministers. My dad has been a pastor in the Church of God for my entire life, so obviously I was raised in church. Also, both sets of my grandparents are pastors, and I have several cousins and uncles and stuff like that who are in the ministry, in pastoral ministry as well. And I think that if just on my dad's side, if you were to add up all the men who are involved in ministry, that there are 10 of us. So a lot of ministers in my family, and I'm very blessed and very thankful for my family, and I've been able to learn a lot from them about ministry and also about Christian leadership as well. And that's one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to this course so that I can help develop myself as a Christian leader even more and become better as a Christian leader. Right now, I currently serve as a student pastor at my home church. So, my dad is actually the pastor that I serve under, and I've been serving for 3 years now as a student pastor here, and I love it. I really love youth ministry, and I also have a passion for missions work. And our church does missions almost every summer. We've been serving in Guatemala now for about 2 years, and I really enjoy that, being able to serve there. So at my church, as the student pastor, I am part-time staff. So I also have a full-time job. So my full-time job is that I work in the public school system as a instructional aide for special needs students. And I really love this job a lot because I have a big heart for being able to serve others. So I really love being able to serve the students that I work with at the school and also the students in my youth group. I just love being able to serve others and do things for others, which kind of leads me to my point of my idea of a Christian leader is I believe that Christian leaders should be servants, that the basis of their leadership should revolve around servanthood, and that they sacrifice themselves, their time, their resources, really their lives for the good of others around them in order to disciple others in hopes that someone would come to Christ, in order to elevate others. Just like John the Baptist said that he must decrease so that Jesus could increase, that should happen. And also talking about my idea of the difference between regular leaders and Christian leaders, I think that comes from my idea of what a Christian leader is, and that's that Christian leaders are servants, and everything they do is for the good of those around them. Everything that they do should help other people, even if that means they have to sacrifice something for themselves. And a lot of times, if you were to look in the business world at regular leaders, they don't do that. Everything that they do is so that they can be promoted, so that maybe they can get a raise, that they can do what's best for them. Whereas on the other spectrum, Christian leaders do what's best for others and everyone around them. And Christian leaders, they really sacrifice themselves for the good of others. That's what they do. That's what really Christian leaders are called to do. And I've seen many times with different people in my family who serve in the ministry where people may have mistreated them. The people that they were serving may have mistreated them and treated them very poorly, but they still sacrifice themselves to help those people, which is what Christ teaches us to do. And a verse that's always stuck out to me as far as what biblically a leader should be is found in John chapter 13. And right here in this verse is where Jesus, who I think we can all agree, the greatest leader to ever walk the face of this planet, he humbles himself to the lowest place, the lowest position of a servant. And in the scripture, what he does is he washes his disciples' feet. And we know that the disciples they were wearing sandals. More than likely, their feet were very dirty. They were even stinking really bad, no doubt. But Jesus humbles himself to the lowest position, and he serves them. And what we see in verse 8 is Peter speaks up and he said, Jesus, there's no way I could ever let you wash my feet, no way. And Jesus says, unless you let me wash your feet, basically, unless you let me serve you, you can have no part with me. And then Peter says, no, Jesus, don't just wash my feet, but wash my hands and wash my head as well. And in this scripture, what we see is the greatest leader to ever walk the face of the earth. He says that he is a leader. And he says, unless you let me be who I am, unless you let me be a servant to you, you can have no part with me, because that's who I am. And so to us as developing Christian leaders, I think what we can take from that is that Jesus calls us to be servants in our leadership. He calls us to sacrifice ourselves and to humble ourselves even to the lowest place in order to serve others, in order to be good to others, in order to help them become the best that they can be. And so I'm really excited about this course. That's just a little bit from my thoughts about what should be involved in the character of a leader, a Christian leader. And I'm really excited about this course, about learning more and becoming a better leader and developing myself. And I hope that you guys enjoy this course. I'm looking forward to studying with you this term. So God bless you, and I hope your classes go great.